Hi guys, welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're in Dover, having just dropped off our cargo, and the first thing I need to do is rest. So I'm going to head out of here, just around the corner to the maintenance yard and rest there. Road looks pretty clear. Amazingly, for 6:30 in the evening on a Saturday, but it doesn't seem too bad. So let's just get to this, yet another red traffic light. It's only just around the corner, we can rest. So we would only have 4 hours, so might as well rest now, then we'll have 11 hours to use on our next job. But there is a discoverable just around the corner up here as well, so I'm going to take a drive past that, discover that while we're here. Okay, so in here to rest. There we can just drive forwards into one of these spaces over here. Like that. Stop there, turn the engine off and rest. And it's now early morning, so hopefully by the time we get our job and go very far, it'll be getting light for you guys to be able to see a bit more. Nice daytime run would be nice. I'm just going to reverse back around here. And like that. Do. And then the road is clear, which at this time in the morning I wouldn't be surprised if it is. No. Avoid the curb. Oops. Wasn't very good. Okay, that's better. Okay, just around the corner here, there's a discoverable. And it looks like it's a recruitment agency. Yes, it is. Okay, so we've discovered a recruitment agency there, that's fine. What we'll now do is head round here. And as I'm already driving around, rather than pulling up and having a look to see what jobs there are, I'm going to actually pop into DHL, see what they've got, and if they haven't got anything I'm interested in, then we'll have a look and see what is available elsewhere in Dover. Let's pull in here. A couple of trailers here at least, so see what it has to offer. Okay, so we've got Padborg in Denmark, Rostock again, been there, Antwerpen in Belgium. I think I'm going to go Padborg. Where does that go? Okay, so we cross through the tunnel. It's a total of 16 hours. Tunnel is not rest time, so we will need to rest somewhere. But we'll take that. That should be fine. Having said that we need to rest, we won't need much of the next driving period after the rest to get there. Only about, well, 5 hours of it maximum, I would have thought, so that should be okay. So let's just pull across here. And hopefully I can see the trailer. I think I can. So, anybody know anything about Padborg? Because I can't say that I do. Mind you, I can't say I know much about Denmark really, but Padborg, no. A new one for me, so that'll be interesting. Be some more roads explored, so that can't be a bad thing. So I'll attach trailer. On the subject of roads explored, what I'm going to do is just take a quick look at the world map. Need to zoom out a bit. Okay, so we are on 3.36%, and the yellow bits you can see are the bits that we've explored. The red is the one we're about to do. So you can see we went around UK a bit, sort of Grimsby, Cardiff, Cambridge obviously where we started. We went across to Rostock via Rotterdam, and then went down to Parma. If you remember, we dropped off a job there. Then we went to Milan, picked up a job and came back up to Dover, and now we're going across to Denmark, Padborg. Okay, so let's give that a go. So now we're starting to make some progress on the map. Where are we going to go now? We've got to go around here. A tight turn, this one. I think just picked up this. Oh, it's a nice trailer. Can't read what that says on it. Have a look. Things I can get around here. Let's just. Rest stop. Yes, we can. Okay. Don't know them. Rest stop. Anybody heard of rest stop? But, yeah, interesting. Nice trailer. I like the look of it, I must say. I do like my Volvo dashboard. I know everybody has their own preferences on trucks and dashboards and all that stuff, but I find this FH16 really clear to read. So I'm going to go across here, not going Southampton way, although we do need the tunnel, but obviously we're not going that way to get to the tunnel, we're going out here. Promods really makes the cities look much more like cities, the number of buildings and everything. It does add so much to the game, I have to say. We've got 83 British pence. I think it's a pretty good bargain. And Rusmap even more so because it's free. You can't get better than free. But there you go. So, we'll head out of Dover. Shouldn't be long and we'll be at the tunnel. I can tell on the world map that we're going by the tunnel, not a ferry, by the price. It tells you what the cost is going to be, and it said 249, and that's the tunnel. Ferry would be something more like 797, I think, something around that. So yeah, we're going via the tunnel. Technically we could pick up a ferry instead. There's nothing to stop you doing that, but the route is given us is via the tunnel, and I'll go that way. It just doesn't count as rest time, which is a bit of a shame, because it will mean that we have to rest somewhere, but we're using hardly any time getting there, and to be honest, by the time we did the ferry crossing we'd probably still have to rest the other side, potentially. So not too worried about that on this journey. Okay, so we're into a 60-mile-an-hour limit now, so we'll get our foot down a bit and get down to the tunnel. I think coming from this direction the tunnel is on our left. Not entirely sure, but we'll see. We're basically on the road to Folkestone. The tunnel entrance is down near Folkestone. If anybody doesn't know the UK, that's in Kent, known as the Garden County of England. It's supposed to be particularly pretty. Personally, I think it's okay, like most areas in the UK, but I don't really say you could say it's particularly pretty compared to perhaps the area I live, Lincolnshire or East Anglia, and the Fens are quite nice, and I mean the Lake District is beautiful, Wales is beautiful, Scotland is beautiful. Oh, the tunnel's actually on the right. I thought it was going to be on the left for some reason, but it's on the right. But yeah, I mean they call Kent the Garden County of England, so there you go. Certainly Dover is a very important port in the UK. Lots of trucks come through Dover, coming across from Europe, and obviously go back in the other direction because of the ferries, and down here via the tunnel these days. Tunnel's cheaper than the ferry generally, so let's turn in here. Never seems all that busy when I come here, which I think he's lacking a little bit of realism, because I'd imagine you have to queue to get into the tunnel at times, but then I suppose who wants to be necessarily sitting and queuing in the game? You want to be getting on with it and doing whatever you're doing, so... Okay, so we're going to go down here. And here's the train. And there's our space. A few trucks sitting around waiting for the next train by the look of it. We're booked on this one. So we're going to come into here. And 249 to get us across to Calais. That's the train going. Sounds like a train, doesn't it? We're carrying sausages. Sausages. To Padborg in Denmark. Do they eat a lot of sausage over there? Do they not have their own? I don't know. Maybe they like our pork sausages. Another thing, of course, that Lincolnshire is very famous for. Lincolnshire sausages. Probably heard of them. I think most people have. If you're a connoisseur of sausages, Lincolnshire sausages are supposed to be some of the best. And where I live, you get them freshly made. All the butchers around here make their own Lincolnshire sausages. A lot of them have their own specific recipes and so on and so on and so on. So, if you're into sausages, this is the place, really. Because I've got to remember I'm driving on the right when I get out here. Because we've just been back in the UK driving on the left again. You have to remember when you switched over. And I am going to try and improve my parking of these trailers, because my reversing trailers into parking spots is absolutely appalling. I freely admit that, and I clearly need some practice. So you'll have to bear with me if we take a little while to park trailers, but I'm going to give it a go and try and do it reversing on the mirrors rather than using the overhead view. I'm going to give it a go. I'm just failing dismally, I'll probably use the overhead view again. Just realised I'm way over the speed limit, but that's too much down here. So there's absolutely no traffic around. As I say, I'm surprised about, because the tunnel being so busy for crossings, you'd have thought there'd be loads of trucks coming in and out, but seems not. 5 o'clock in the morning, or Sunday, well maybe that's why. There's one. Okay, so we need to go left here. And then immediately right. If I remember rightly, this is one of those really narrow ones. I'll trade around. Yep, there we go. So in my defence, my parking skills might be absolutely appalling, but I don't think I'm doing bad on the roads. I mean, a couple of speeding offences, yeah, okay. We haven't had any major crashes and serious damage or anything like that, so I think I'm doing that badly. You may disagree, but hey, we can't all be good at everything. I do have my talents, but we'll leave that to another time. I don't think we want to discuss those now. Parking trailers is not one of them. That is a sure fact. So, I suppose what I could do off camera is just try again and again and again parking the trailer until I get better at it. But I'll sort of try it in the game and see how we do. As I say, if it's taking forever, then I will go to the overhead view and do it that way. So as I say, I don't really think he's cheating, because it sort of simulates having somebody behind guiding you, which in a lot of cases you would have. Because very often a truck driver won't drive on his own. He might have a driver's mate, as they're called, and he might hop out and tell him which way he needs to go. So, or you might have a dispatcher or whatever at the depot who sort of directs the trucks into where he wants them. So I don't think it's completely cheating, but I would like to get better at actually doing it on the mirrors and not having to use the overhead view. So we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. I make no promises. I'll warn you of that. I make no promises at this point. So we're going right here. Concentrate on our journey for now. Parking the trailer. Doesn't matter until we get to the other end. So we've got 14 hours to go on the journey. We've got 9 hours driving time, but we've got 28 hours to get there for the job, which means therefore we've got tons of time to rest. I'm not sure what that noise is that I keep hearing. I heard it just then. Didn't seem to do that until version 1.27. So I'm not sure if that's something about the drive engaging or air brakes or something. I don't know. I've got air brake simulation turned off in the main menu, I think. So I'm not sure about that one, but it seems to do it occasionally. As I say, I don't think it was doing it before version 1.27 came out. I may be wrong. There it is, that one. Doesn't seem to be when we're changing gear. I'm not sure. Anybody knows, tell me, because I've got no idea quite what that is. I keep thinking I've hit something and I haven't. And that's what happens, you just don't notice it, but I can't believe that because it seems to happen far too often. I did at one point think it might be something to do with retard or something, but it's not when we're slowing down necessarily, so not that either. It's only be when we're going quite slow and getting going, so it might be something to do with drive engaging or something, or perhaps changing through lower gears. I'm not sure. That's not a big issue. It's just strange noise, that sort of thing. Isn't it funny when you drive your car, if there's something a little bit wrong, or you think there's something a little bit wrong, you hear all noises. You keep hearing these noises and thinking, oh dear, what's wrong with my car? And half the time it's nothing at all. But you hear these noises, you get paranoid. You really do. There it was again. Don't know, really don't know what that is. That sun's a bit bright, it's going to be a nice day by the look of it. 6:48 in the morning, nearly 7 in the morning, sun's coming up, it's going to be a lovely day. So, cash, we've got near enough 60,000. What's this going to give us? About another 21. So I guess we'll be close to sort of 80,000 by the end of this. Hopefully won't lose anything in fines on the way. I'll do my best not to. I'm also happy that we haven't had any serious accidents or anything, or any major damage to worry about. We haven't had the AI driving into us ridiculously, which I have seen, particularly on other people's channels. They've had a few interesting incidents. If you don't know what I mean, have a look at Squirrel's channel. A bit of advertising for Squirrel here, but have a look at Squirrel's channel where Paul was driving to Rostock, where we went. And he's going down a single carriageway road, I think it is, on the left in the UK. And a car comes straight up the wrong way of the road in the opposite direction and hits him head on. There's no way it's his fault. And of course he ended up with a massive repair bill. He wasn't very happy, bless him. I'm sure if you check around a few channels on Euro Truck, you'll find incidents like that, and yeah, we might have one ourselves. But the AI, as I've said before, has got better. So since that video was recorded, I think things have got better, and it tends not to do quite so much about that now. But I have had times when I've had to brake fairly hard because something's coming head on at me on what is the wrong side of the road for them, which they really shouldn't do. There you go. And yet, if you remember last time when I pulled out of somewhere and we were just turning across the road, it gave me a wrong way offence. Well, I get a wrong way offence and they come bombing up the wrong side of the road. There you go. Such is life. Nothing's perfect, but no, we can live with it. I'm sort of fairly happy that we haven't had as yet any serious incidents or heavy damage from anything, which is good news because that eats into your money more than anything. I'd rather have a couple of speeding fines than a big damage bill, because I mean that can easily be 15, 20, 30k. That'd make a big hole in your money. And I would like, before too long, to get to the point where we actually pay off the loan. Clear the loan early, and then look at taking another one when a better truck is available for us to buy in the Volvo garage, because I'm probably going to stick with Volvo. I like my Volvos. Quite like Mercedes-Benz as well, to be fair, but I just like this display. I mean, I just think this is so cool. You've got your analog speedo, rev count, all of that. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean that. Button to engage cruise control. There we go. Yeah, so you've got the cruise control set in there, so I can see my cruise control is engaged at 56 miles per hour. I can see I'm in 12th gear. And just all the dials are so visible. Fuel is on about half at the moment, so we don't have a problem with that, which is good. Okay, Brussels and Aalst. Aalst? Never heard of that. A-A-L-S-T. Belgium or Holland, I expect. Not one I know of. Because isn't this area known as the Benelux countries? B-E-N-E-L-U-X. I think the B-E is Belgium, the N-E is Netherlands or Holland, where we're headed. Well, we're headed to Denmark, but going that way. And L-U-X is obviously Luxembourg. I think that's what the Benelux countries are. Could be wrong, but it makes sense. B-E Belgium, N-E Netherlands, L-U-X Luxembourg. But that would make logical sense. If everything in life was logical, it would be amazing. It certainly isn't. Okay, so what these guys are doing out here, I don't know. If you were in a car driving now, you would not be happy if you got one in the fast lane and one in the overtaking lane. That really wouldn't make your day, would it, if you stuck behind them? And this guy here is. Whoop! Crash vehicle with what? I certainly didn't hit that car. A bit peculiar. Now this road looks a bit peculiar as well, because it looks like it wants us to go down here and turn around and come back. So why could you not have sent us off somewhere else to get round to there? Quite sure why it's done that. Maybe the sat-nav will update itself in a minute and say, okay, you can go up this way. We'll see. No way we can turn around at the moment anyway. It does want us to go back on ourselves at the minute. We're actually in Brussels by the look of it. Or very close to, let's put it that way. I'm wondering if I should turn around. Technically I could do here, because there's no sign saying no U-turns, I can see. Let's see what happens if we go straight on around this slightly strange looking junction in front of us. Hopefully when I get out the other side of it, I'm somewhere near where I'm going anyway. That's the way it looks. So we'll see. See the light in there. Just make sure I can see the light on my side of the road in case that one on the left is on a separate control, a filter or something. Nice building in front of us. What's that? Church? Town hall? Don't know. Perhaps it's the EU headquarters in Brussels, aren't they? Ah, now it is saying turn around here. Brussels discovered. Two at the inside here. So it was interesting, from that junction we had to come down into Brussels, turn around and go back. You wouldn't have thought that's very sensible, to bring a lot of traffic into the city just to do a U-turn and go back, so I can't see why they would want it like that. Surely it'd be better if on that junction we could just take one of the roads and go round onto the direction that we're going, but I don't know. We've done what these route advisors asked us to, so we'll only stick to that really. Yet another red light for me. Number of red lights I get stopped at. Interestingly, it doesn't go amber either. If you saw that, it went straight from red to green. There was no red amber as we have in the UK. Our traffic lights go red, then red amber together, and then green. And then going back, it's amber on its own, and then red. That one just seems to go straight from red to green. So I don't know if that's a common thing in Europe. Could be. Antwerpen. Zaventem was on the signpost there. That's an airport. Brussels. The previous job I worked in providing technical support for ATM machines all around, well, the world really, but predominantly Europe. We had some at Zaventem. So we'd have to speak to the on-site guys sometimes. And yeah, so I know that's an airport. Most of our ATMs were at airports. Because a lot of them were about people travelling and actually dispense more than one currency, so you'd find them that dispense pounds, euros, American dollars, possibly Canadian or Australian dollars as well, I think, some of them. So yeah, Zaventem is an airport, I remember that. So guys, if you've got any routes in mind that you think I should try, or any mods or anything like that, just leave a comment and I'll have a look and see what we can do. Always happy to try and do whatever you think might be worth a go. Whilst trying as well to explore as much of the unexplored roads so far that we can. Get our roads explored percentage up. Ultimate aim to reach 100%, but I don't know about that. And to be honest, if I could get over sort of 75%, I'd be fairly happy. Because when you think about it, if you do a route which goes, say, into Brussels, for example, and there's two separate entrances in, then you might not actually do a very small section of road because you didn't go in on that entrance. See what I mean? This guy letting me in? Well, he wasn't very sure, was he? But he did in the end. Yeah, so you might easily get sort of very small pieces of road that you don't actually explore, so therefore hitting 100% might be difficult. But certainly I'd aim for at least 75%, and hopefully a fair bit more than that. Anywhere between sort of 75 and 90 I think would be pretty cool. A lot of that will depend on getting on to Rusmap and out in Russia and some of the other countries it covers. We haven't been that way yet. Basically everywhere we've been is either in the vanilla game or on the Promods map. Eventually we will be getting up to Eastern Europe. Oh, okay, cutting on me, fine. I think perhaps I should be going this way. Yeah, I should be going this way. Oops, sorry mate. Sorry, I didn't know where I was going. He coped. Okay, so I'm actually going this way. Yep, so we're fine. So we'll head down this road. .56 mile/h speed limit, and our truck is restricted to 55. So we're not going to have any problems exceeding the speed limit down here. In fact, it now says we're doing 56. 55, 56 is the best we'll get. And that's right on the limit, so that's perfect. A nice scenery. Guess we're in Belgium. Don't think we've crossed into Holland as yet. I guess it'll be Belgium, Holland, or Netherlands, whatever you want to call it, and then into Denmark, I would think. Make logical sense. These trees are nice. I think the trees are updated by Promods, so the vegetation, if you like, looks even more realistic, and there are just more buildings around the cities, so now we're crossing the border here, coming out of Belgium. I suspect that is Netherlands we're going into. Can't really see on the signpost there, but I suspect that's what it is. De Hout sounds pretty Dutch to me. So I think we're in the Netherlands now. I'm just trying to work out where we're going at this junction of this. We're not going off to the right, we're just following around the bend to the left by the look of it. Doesn't look like it's down there, it looks like it's this way. Yeah, there's the left hand bend. So we've got to go around here. Eindhoven, that is definitely Holland. So we are definitely in the Netherlands now. UK we call it either Holland or Netherlands, it's pretty interchangeable really. Quite a lot of towns around the Fens area of England have sort of Dutch names, like Guyhern is a typical Dutch name for a town, I think, so I'm told. It's because the Dutch drained the Fens, reclaimed them from the sea many years back, and most of the Fens are actually below sea level. But there's a guy called Vermeulen who came over from the Netherlands and lent their expertise at having drained the Netherlands from the sea. He drained the Fens from the sea. Hence where I used to live in Cambridgeshire is known as Cambridgeshire and the Isle of Ely, spelled E-L-Y. Ooh, not down there, it's down here. Okay, so the Isle of Ely used to be an island, hence the name. So it used to be stuck in the middle of the sea, basically, and all of that area was drained. And it's below sea level, so I guess one day you'd have to expect it might get reclaimed by the sea. Who knows? Yep, that is the Fens, drained by a guy called Vermeulen. They built what they call dikes round all the fields. So all the fields have like a ditch round each side of them, and they're called dikes, and they drain all the water out to the rivers and then back out to the sea. So it's got some of the best drainage and flood protection you'll find, to be honest. It rarely floods to any degree because these dikes take all the water back out to the rivers and off to the sea, and so flooding is not a great issue. So where are we? Zwalla, Z-W-O-L-L-E. Not sure how that's pronounced. Rotterdam, I think, was on that signpost as well. So we're heading through Holland. Oh, loan instalment paid. Another £2,397. If we do get enough cash to pay off the loan at some point, it saves us keep paying out £2.5 grand every day at midday. Can't remember how many days the loan was actually for. It was 83,000 loan, wasn't it? So £2.5 grand a day. That's got to be. What's the interest for? Probably about 50 days. Sure. Can't be 30 days because 2,500 would only pay 75,000, wouldn't it, over 30 days? So it's got to be longer than 30 days. But not tomorrow. I mean, it's not a big issue. 2,500 a day we're paying out. We're bringing in more than that with our jobs, so it's not a major problem. I just like to pay off the loans and save paying out the interest reasonably early and then take another loan when I want to get a better truck, that sort of thing. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We haven't got too much hassle down this road with traffic. Oberhausen, Arnhem. On that signpost. Not familiar with those. Holland, Germany, Northern Germany possibly. Even Denmark possibly, but it's a nice junction, just feed straight in there. Really nice. Okay, so we're going off to the right again just up here in a minute. Waterberg, or Waterberg if it's the W is pronounced as a V or something like that. A lot of places on the signpost there that I really don't know, to be honest. So I can't swear to knowing where we are. Other than we're on this road. That's about as far as it goes. I can't tell you a lot about this area, I've got to say. It should be very flat though. Netherlands, like Fens in England, is very, very flat. Hence their expertise in draining things. So we get on to here. Looks like we're on the A50. That's what it says on the route advisor. We're going right again here. We're not staying on any of these roads for very long at the moment. Davenstra Klingelo? No, that means anything to me, I have to say. But so we want to go to the A1 apparently. There's an A1 of course in the UK which goes from London all the way up to Scotland, but this is the European A1. Turn on to there. I've been looking for a good bus pack. Don't know if anybody can recommend a good bus pack that we can, a mod that we can add in, which will give us some logos and such like on the buses, because all the buses are currently plain. Bearing in mind it needs to work with version 1.27 of course, but if anybody knows of one, do comment and let me know and I'll try it out. It'd be nice if the buses had names or something on them rather than just being completely blank. Ah, raining. Nice, that's all we need. Okay, so we're going to get bit of rain as we go through Holland towards Denmark. How are we doing on time? 2 hours 13 minutes. We need to be thinking about resting soon. There's 7 hours journey time left, so we can rest absolutely any time and then have plenty of driving time to get to our destination. So probably the first rest area I see, I'm going to stop at. Bearing in mind we should cross the Dutch-Danish border at some point, there will be a rest area there, I would have thought, if we don't see anything else. Oh, it is raining, tipping it down. Absolutely binning it down. Hopefully just a shower. A little bit of lightning there, I think. It's like with a thunderstorm. One o'clock in the afternoon, that's sort of the hottest part of the day, and that's often when thunderstorms get set off. Parking. Ah, here we go. 500 metres. We're going to stop there and rest. I think it's the border. Looks like it. So let's see where this parking area is. How much further? 200 metres. Must be where the flags are, I would guess. Indicate right. We'll put it here. Parking. I park there. Not that side, I don't know. It's this side. There. For that. And then hopefully we should be able to park back here. It's like a nice spot for sleep. And he starts yawning just as we arrive. So, there you go, have some rest. Okay, the rain stopped, so that's good news. So that works in our favour. Turn the wipers off. Off we go. So it's dark again, it's 11 o'clock at night, so my apologies that most of the route is even dark again. Don't seem to be getting a lot of luck with getting daylight jobs at the moment, but there we go. Right, we'll get round there. So we have a D on the signpost, which means we've actually crossed into Germany. So we must be going through northern Germany to get to Denmark. Don't need fuel, do we? Know we're okay for fuel. At least for a while. We will need to get some, if not on this job, on the next job we'll need to refuel, I think. We'll see how we get on with that. Let's stop and get some. Getting a bit concerned it's getting low. Excuse me. Okay, so let's. I don't think we'll be in Germany very long. Because if we've crossed from Holland into northern Germany, I would think it'd be fairly soon. We've reached the Danish border, I'm not sure. I don't think we'll be in Germany for that long. We'll see. 50-mile-an-hour limit, and we're doing 50, so not much more we can do. I don't know, what do you think of the truck, guys? Do you like the dashboard display? I just think it's so clear and so easily readable. Analog dials and everything, but that's quite cool really. I dare say you can probably get ones that are all digital these days. My car has computers on it to do with just about everything, but the speedo is still analog. So it's amazing the technology that goes into cars these days. It tells you how long you've got until your next service, how long until you need to fill up the petrol in terms of miles, of course. So how many miles till the next service, how many miles till get some petrol, based on your current average fuel consumption, which it also shows. Outside temperature, but I mean that's been around for years now. Not you really need a computer in your car to tell you whether it's cold or hot outside. People generally know that before you get in it. Yes, multi-trip computers are quite amazing. And of course these days you get remote central locking, automatic wipers, automatic lights, all of that sort of stuff. It's all very clever. When you compare it to what cars used to be, I mean, it's amazing how the technology's moved on. It'd be nice if somebody could come up with a way that we could do a lot more miles on a gallon of petrol, because that does get to be expensive. More petrol. I suppose these days electric cars, you know, I don't think they've quite taken off yet, but I'm sure there's a possibility they will. And now, of course, they're starting to experiment with driverless cars. I don't know what you guys think of that. It sounds a bit dangerous to me. I'm not sure the technology's really proven yet as to whether they're going to be having accidents all over the place. But then human beings have accidents, so you might say, well, there's not much in it really. But I don't know, I just think I'd rather be controlling the car myself than having the car doing it for me somehow. It's an interesting thing about my car actually. I've got an MG3 it's called, and it has a thing on it called SCS, self-correcting skids. That to me sounds a bit dangerous. I tend to turn that off because I skid. I'm perfectly capable of controlling the skid on my own, I think. The theory is that apparently the computer works out that your wheels are heading in a certain direction, but you haven't turned the steering wheel. So it then says, hang on a minute, if he didn't steer that way, then he must be skidding. So it then applies the brakes unevenly to different wheels to straighten it back up again. As I say, I just think that it sounds a bit dangerous to rely on that sort of technology. I'm sure it works, but I sort of think I'd rather have control of that myself, to be honest. Well, it's not exactly rocket science. Get into a skid, you turn into the skid and it straightens up. Take your feet off the accelerator and the brakes and everything else and just turn into the skid. Not exactly hard, but yeah, self-correcting skids. I'm really not sure about that one. Purely coincidental, its name's SCS, and the company who made Euro Truck are SCS software, so I'm sure there's no link there. So Amsterdam and Groningen on the signpost, which are in Holland, but we are in Germany. So we must be skirting right along the German-Dutch border to get to Denmark. That's the only thing I can think. There's a Bauhaus on our left there. They're a really big German company. You see them a lot around in Euro Truck. Wonder what they do. Is it DIY or something? A bit like maybe IKEA or one of the other Home Base or one of them. B&Q in the UK, they're all big DIY stores. Maybe Bauhaus is like that. And House, H-A-U-S, could be house as in H-O-U-S-E in English. So maybe that means sort of DIY. I don't know. Anybody knows, let us know. What does Bauhaus do? We'll learn something. So where are we? We are 150 miles out, so we're not far away now. 3 hours driving time, game driving time. In reality, what's that? 10 minutes? Maybe? Something around that. So we should be there fairly soon, so this video shouldn't be horrendously long. can't really do any more than we're doing because we're driving right on the speed limit. I'm staying in this lane because I think I'm going to get past this guy in front of me, and there is another lane to the left that the cars can go down as they want anyway, like that. Excuse me, dry throat again. So yeah, we're not far out really. 50 miles an hour, so about 90 kilometres an hour, so I think the truck limit on here is 90. I did see on the overhead boards there 120, which I guess is the limit for the cars. It's probably about 70 miles an hour, so that's probably about right. UK has maximum speed limit of 70 on motorways and dual carriageways. We're coming up on some more services, which we still don't need. We're only a little way under half a tank of fuel, so I'm not going to worry too much about fuel until the next job, I don't think. Which handy to bear in mind, there is one there that we could quite easily reach, I would have thought. The only thing that would be nice to have on the dashboard here would be how long you've got fuel for. I don't think that's on there. There is something just where the steering wheel is that you can't actually see. It could be it. Or that could be how many miles the truck has done. I mean, if you're going to have a digital dashboard like that to tell you how many more miles you've got before you need fuel would not be a bad idea, though you'd never rely on it to the mile because it depends on fuel consumption, which changes all the time, depending on whether you're on an open road or in the city. But as a guide, you know, if it says you've got 100 miles worth left, then you need to start thinking about finding some services to fill up. Another thing that's quite useful to do in the game is get, like I think I said in one of the earlier videos, one of my objectives might be to get a garage in every country. Because when you go to your own garages, the fuel is priced at wholesale prices. So considerably cheaper than you pay at these fuel stations. But the garages generally are not cheap. They're about £150,000 each, something like that. So to buy one of those in every country, you need a lot of money. So that's a fair way down the road. But it does save you on fuel, as will putting skills onto eco driving once we max the others out. We'll start to save us some money as well. So at the moment, I'm not too worried about finances, to be honest. I'm 57,258 at the moment, and the income still to come from this job. $20,000 odd in this job, so we'll be getting to close to 80,000 probably. Did I say we would be getting close to 60,000? I seem to recall earlier, and I don't know where I got that from. We're going to be getting something like 21,000, so that'll be what, 78. So let's say 75,000. It's pretty good, I would say. Not millionaires yet, but enough money in the bank that we don't have to worry too much. I think we have got a little bit of wear and tear damage that we'll need to repair at some point as well, but that's not going to be very expensive at the minute, I don't think. We're going up here. Police, hello there. Wasn't speeding. No speeding offence from that police car. Okay, so 135 miles out, we're passing a city of some sort by the look of it, or possibly just factories rather than an actual city, but we're passing something there. So Hamburg Ost. Ost is east, isn't it? I think. I swear to that, but Sud is south. SUD is south. Nord is north, so Ost is either east or west. Now I've got the feeling it's east. So that was Hamburg that we sort of gone past. Lübeck and Rostock. Rostock is back in this direction. We've been there before. It's definitely northern Germany, we know. There's an IKEA and Bauhaus to our left. See how many times we're going to see Bauhaus. See lots of them. I'd imagine that Padborg, our destination, is only just over the German-Danish border, I expect. Given that we're only 100 miles away and we're still in Germany, then I think it's only just across the border. We'll see when the border appears. Pretty sure it's still in Germany. Progressing quite well. Where's this side that we're going? Puttgarden. Now that sounds a bit Danish. Puttgarden. I don't know what it means. Garden, I would go. Not sure what the put is about, but we should not be too far from the border, I don't think. I think we'll see the Danish border pretty soon. We're down to 111 miles now. Scharbuts. Either doesn't help me really. Kiel is on that signpost there. That's northern Germany. And we're going down to Route 76 by the look of it. So we made this turn. We're going off towards Kiel and Scharbuts. And the Ausfahrt. Exit. Effectively, way off. I think there's a literal translation. House is off. Pretty sure about that. Okay. I mainly know that from having played OMSI, the bus simulator, where you're driving around German cities. If you screw up badly and your passengers get extremely annoyed, which they do extremely easily, to be fair, you hear them sometimes shout something that ends in house, meaning off. I want to get off. You're an nutcase driver, I want to get off. Fear for my life, that sort of thing. So that's why I'm fairly convinced house means off. And Ausfahrt is way off. Effectively, exit. The only thing about Euro Truck, you do miss the, how can I put it, human interaction if you get in OMSI. If you've never played OMSI, take a look at some of the videos online for it. I mean, it's hilarious at times. There are some English maps, for those of you that, like me, speak English and not a lot of German, clearly. But yeah, some of the comments you get from the passengers are hilarious. They get upset very, very easily. And then they all get so upset they get off the bus. It's really quite funny. So, 85 miles on Route 76 at the moment. Just realised the speed limit is only 37 down here. Seems pretty slow. It's obviously a fairly minor road. We're sitting in 11th gear. I'm seriously considering investing in a H shifter for playing this game. Gear changing a lot easier and so on. I'm trying to remember there's a current one got automatic, but you can then set it on manual and have the fun of changing your own gears. Oh, Kiel. We're at Kiel. Well, that is definitely northern Germany. And definitely near the Danish border, I'm sure. I don't think it's... Oh, somebody's got a problem. Somebody stopped got their bonnet up there. Hopefully they can sort that out. Get on their way. Ah, traffic lights changing. Amazing. Excellent time. Not very often I'm that lucky with traffic lights. So this must be Kiel in front of us, I guess. We're not actually going into Kiel. I guess that's what that is there. So I will continue round this bend, like that. I'm not sure which road we're going on to now. 210, is that? 210? Not sure. Okay. So we're heading for Rendsburg, but we're going off again to the right immediately, so we're not heading to Rendsburg for very long. Where is this taking us to? Hamburg, Bladensburg. Lots of birds around. We'll head up this way. Nice junction. Very straightforward to get out onto this road by the look of it. We've got a good wave size. Surely I think we're okay. Can't see anything going down there. Move out. That's fine. Okay, so Padborg on the signpost. 65 kilometres, I think that said. 40 odd miles, which is about right, because we're 47 miles away apparently. Very nice to see our destination on the signpost. That's always a reassuring thing. Excuse me again. As you can tell, I've been suffering a bit of a cough. Mainly because the British weather doesn't know what to do. And it was a bank holiday Monday yesterday, and of course it rained. And it generally always rains on bank holiday Mondays in this country. So we are on cruise control, set to 50. Well, set to 49 actually. Because we're going down the hill a little bit, we're actually doing 52, but I think we'll be okay. 51 now, I think we'll be okay with that. We're in a 50 mile an hour limit. Don't think the police car will come up and give us a ticket for 1 mile an hour. I think they allow you a little bit of leeway. And there is a police car. So you hopefully notice they're country specific now, because that one went by with sort of green and white colour. That will be the colours for police cars in this area. Rendsburg and Lech are down there. We're still in Germany. Ausfahrt, so I guess we are still in Germany. About 5:30 in the morning now, and we're 16 miles away. Can we still be in Germany? Really? If we are, then Padborg must be literally on the border. Whatever, it's down here, so that's the only thing that really matters. And we'll 7 miles now. Ah, there's a flag there. Just appeared on the route advisor, a German flag, which suggests that's the border, so Padborg is right on the border. Because we are 8 miles out, and we're only just getting to the border. We don't need the parking area this time. We've still got 4 hours, and it's going to take us 13 minutes, so there's the Danish flag, red background with a white cross. So we are crossing the German-Danish border, and we're immediately going right to go down into Padborg. So it's right on the border. So just ease up here, and then it looks like we need to come to a stop. Let's turn right here. The T-junction. Yeah, right, we're going to go that way, so we should be fine. Make sure we don't swing too wide, because all the traffic coming down there. Sail us safely round. Indicator off. And into Padborg. So it is literally right on the border. And it looks like we need to go left here. Okay. Now, where in Padborg are we going to? FedEx. Oh, it's a Volvo truck dealer, so another place we can get Volvo trucks from. Always worth having. Fuel there. Sandy. I should have turned there, but things. Oh, now this is a bit of a problem. What are we going to do here? Right, what I'm going to do here... I need to reverse back in such a way that you can go up the inside of it. What I'm hoping is this guy is just going to go up inside of me. Here he goes. Hopefully there's not too much traffic behind us. We can do something about getting back where we're supposed to be, because I missed a turn in there. Well, there's a stream of traffic of course now. And we've got to do it. A little bit naughty, don't like doing this really, but we'll do something to get ourselves out of this slightly difficult. Go on, you can make it now. Go on, how you can do it. Go on. Giving way to me. Thank you guys. The thing is, I'm going left, guys. That's what I need to be doing. I was too busy looking at that fuel station. That's the problem. So, why are we going in here exactly? So, is this not the fuel station? Perhaps it's not. So you can go out the back end of it. It's a bit peculiar to send you through a petrol station. Okay. Very strange. Okay, so we're looking for FedEx, aren't we? Which it says is around here somewhere. Actually looks like we can turn into that as well. We got a roundabout? No, it doesn't look like it. Right, we'll pull in here and turn round to get back down that road and see if I can find FedEx. Because I didn't see it. So So let's just turn around in here. Clearly this road is closed at the end here. I'm not quite sure why we keep through. Ah, FedEx, I can see the sign now, look at that. He's blocked off to us anyway. For him, does he want to go down there? Oh, come on mate, you can't. That's it, go on. Right, the truck coming, right, I need to get out before he gets here. Okay, so how do you get into this FedEx depot? That's the big question. How do you get in there? You don't seem to be able to get in from here. So, is this the entrance here, I wonder? Looks like it probably might be. But then, this doesn't go anywhere. And we're going to hit that car because my finger missed the button. Sorry guys. Oh. Well, I don't really understand how you get into this FedEx depot, I've got to say. This is a bit strange. Let's try. Sorry about your car, mate. Put on the wrong pedal and all that. We've got to run around in here and that's fun. I don't know how we get into this depot. This is quite peculiar. FedEx are normally really easy to get into. I'm going to have to reverse back to the road, but I don't think we'll have a choice. So that's some keys in this idea. Don't make a lot of choices. We'll be locked against the train again, that's the problem. Can't see behind me where I can really go. I don't see how we get into the depot. I think I'm outside looking at it. That helps assess it. Seems to be a road here. Swing round that way. Let's try to. Unfortunately, I don't seem to be able to do that either. Ah, right, okay, I can see where we are. Let's try just pull forward a bit. Hoping I can it's back here, far enough. Then turn the right without affecting the traffic. And I'm assuming we must go around here first. There's definitely a sign there, so let's go back too much further. Not do, but let's try getting around here. Get my wheel round on full lock. There we go. Okay, we'll head down here and see if this is the depot. Ah, no, I thought that was part of the area for a minute, but it's not. So there's some trailers in there, but we can't get into that because we drove past that. Federal Express. Ah, oh, interesting parking. How do you expect me to park in that? Okay, not quite sure about this one. I think I might abandon my plan of trying to get better at parking on this one. This looks a bit weird. Given the problems we've had with getting there, I think I'm going to go to the overhead and try and do a U-turn around here. Bit like this. Seems to be some sort of long going on. You know what? This video is going to get too long. I'm just going to sacrifice the precise parking points. But I won't be happy because we've got some damage because I hit that car, but never mind. We've still leveled up, so we'll put another point onto high value. And after that bit of a disaster, I think we're going to have to do some repairs next time, but we're now on 75,000, so that's not too bad. So we'll do some repairs, we'll rest, and then we'll get another job. So I'll see you next time. Interesting, that one. Very strange depot we got to, but there you go. So see you next time. Take care, guys. Happy trucking.